Hello guys, welcome to ISL for you. We are here with another video. It will be the starting video of a series of videos where we analyze each and every teams in this Indian Super League. There is 10 teams that are playing in this edition of ISL. So analysis of the squad doesn't mean that we are going to just check on each and every player. We are just giving an overall idea about the players that each team have, how much worthy backup options that each team possesses, because as the league is longer there will be injuries. The players on the bench will get a chance to come on the pitch, express themselves. So the requirement and quality of these players on the bench is a vital factor. So how much these teams have efficient backup options, have efficient players to fill the bench, is a question that we are going to search in this video. And first and foremost, we are going to check on the Kerala Blasters FC, who are the two-time finalists, one of the most successful sides in the Indian Super League, a side which is having a big fan following and a lot of passionate fans in the Yellow Brigade. So we are going to check on the Kerala Blasters FC, the coaching style that every team possesses, especially the history of the managers that the teams have. Starting into the squad analysis, Kerala Blasters FC have certain problems in their squad. Yes, they do have some big money signings, they do have some very high quality players, some exciting young players, but the first thing that the Kerala Blasters squad analysis gives a first point to mention is that they have some problems in certain positions on the pitch. All these assumptions are taken depending on the player names on the paper. We haven't seen them performing on the ground, so we are just expressing our ideas based on the names that we are having on the paper, the list of players that we are having from each team. So the first problem of position that Blasters is facing is the goalkeeping section. The fact is that they have some very veteran, vital goalkeepers who have a lot of experience, but they doesn't have a quick pick young goalkeeper. The youngest among the lot is 31-year-old Subhashish Roy Chowdhury, but the number of minutes that he has been playing in the last few seasons is very less. In the last I-League and ISL combined season, when we check, he has only played for 720 minutes, which is a very sad factor, or which is not a very pleasing factor for any coach to have it. The other two goalkeepers that Blasters have is Paul Rachupka and Sandeep Nandi. Sandeep Nandi had a very good last ISL season with Kerala Blasters, but he is 41 years old and there is a bit of concern regarding it. Coming to the case of Paul Rachupka, he is an ex-Manchester United player, but he only played 3 games for Manchester United, which is not a bad statistics for a goalkeeper to be part of Indian Super League. But all the spells that Rachupka had with the championship sides and League One sides were very small and was not much impressive, which increases the concern among fans about this goalkeeping position. They don't have a quality foreign goalkeeper, and also the Indian goalkeepers are okay. We can't say that they are very perfect or very efficient. Another problem or a position where Blasters are lacking with quality is the option of a central defensive midfielder or a playmaker, a midfielder who can control the game, a midfielder who has the vision, and a playmaker is absent in this Blasters squad. The lone foreign midfielder that Kerala Blasters have is Courage Pekusan, who is an attack-oriented player, who is definitely an exciting young prospect who will definitely make a name for himself in this edition of Indian Super League. And also a lot of attacking options are present in the midfield, especially more of Indian players in the midfield for Blasters this season. And they have CK Vineet, they have Arata Izumi, they have Jackie Chan Singh, some of the retained player Prashant and Ajit Shivan, the younger one. Many players are there, but most of them are more attack oriented, but the availability of a controlling midfielder, a creative midfielder, is absent in the Blasters side. Two of the midfielders, young Indian midfielders they have in this prospect, is a defensive midfielder in Siam Hangil and a proper Pakka midfielder in Milan Singh. Milan Singh will be in the starting 11, he will be playing that central midfielder role, but how much effect or how much impression he can make to the squad is a question to be answered. He has played really well in the last I-League as well as in the ISL season with Delhi Dynamos. He had some of the most mind-blowing goals of the season itself, but we should wait and see how much he can play in a matured manner. In Delhi Dynamos, he had the presence of Malouda, but here he is on himself. He doesn't have a foreign player to have a combined play in the midfielding arena. So the distribution, the vision, the creativity, and also the defensive roles must be depending on the play that Milan Singh is going to play in the season of ISL for Kerala Blasters in that defensive midfielder, creative midfielder role. Also, another point to mention among this is that last season Arata Izumi played in the second division I-League with a second division I-League club, and there he played the role of this playmaker role, which may have prompted Thangboy Singdo, the assistant coach of Kerala Blasters, to go for him in the ISL draft. So there are possibility of Arata Izumi not in the wings this time, playing in the midfielder role just to control the game. He is mature player now. He is even 34 years old. He is fit even though, so he can play in that playmaker role or controlling role. Coming back to the defensive areas, Blasters have a very solid defense. The legendary West Brown combining with Sandesh Jingen and a very exciting prospect in Nemanja Lakic, a Serbian defender, along with the Indian defender Lal Ruatara, the former ISL FC player who is called in national camp. He can be playing in the fullback as well as in the centre back position. He will be mostly playing in that fullback role, along with Rino Ando in the right fullback position. So the defense is very solid and strong. That decreases the worries of having a lack of efficient goalkeeper. The most strongest area for Blasters on the ground is definitely the forward section. They have Ian Edward, who coming back from Atletico de Kolkata. Sorry, it's Amartamar Kolkata now. And also the Bulgarian hitman of Dimitar Berbatov has fine touches. He may not have been playing in the last season with any professional club, but we have seen the pre-season match against Gokulam FC. He was brilliant and he was simply amazing. So Dimitar Berbatov will make the difference for Kerala Blasters FC in the attacking area. Kerala Blasters FC will be known as an attack-oriented side more than a defensive-oriented side, unlike the previous years, even though they have a very strong defense, we have to say. So Mark Stefanos is another young Dutch forward who is very tall and will become a very handy in set-piece situations. So they have some very good players, very physically they are a very strong team, we need to mention that. West Brown, Sandesh Jingen, Nemanja Lakic, Dimitar Berbatov, Mark Stefanos. These are a lot of players with very strong physique and very strong body, very tall players. So set-piece situations, we need to make sure that every other teams must be very much careful in allowing set-piece situations to Blasters, because they have very tall players with very physically very fit and strong players. Another piece of another point that we need to mention on the basis of analysis is the René Melunsson as a coach. Yes, he was with Alex Ferguson in Manchester United, and he was very much brilliant. He had a lot of trophies under his belt. But speaking about the individual coaching history of René Melunsson, he was in Russia with a team. But after 4 consecutive defeats, after just 16 days, he was sacked. He was in Fulham. He was with Fulham in the Premier League, but after about 16 games or something like that, he hadn't had a good season with them also, and the team got relegated. So how much René Melunsson can provide as a first team coach on him or by himself with Kerala Blasters FC, completely new area, completely new region. He's unfamiliar with the players of the opposing team. So there are a bit of concern with his strategies as the first team coach, but the presence of Tangboy Singto will definitely help him. He is experienced. He was with Shillong Lajong formerly. He was also in ISL as an assistant coach with the Northeast United FC. So he knows players, he knows the conditions. So the presence of Tangboy Singto will nullify the inexperience of Rene Melanson in the subcontinent, especially with the players in the Indian area. So on a concluding note, when we look at the Blasters, when we just analyze the squad, they are having a very strong squad, even though some worries in the goalkeeping and creative midfielder area prevails, but still Blasters on paper looks a solid team. They have a lot of backup options like Lokan Metai, Preetham Kumar Singh, Samuel Shadab, some of the players from Northeast, Ajit Shivan, a young Kerala player who came from the Reliance Foundation Sports Academy. So they have a lot of young players who need to come up to the expectation, and I would definitely pick Dimitar Berbatov and Ian Hume to be the pick of players, because they will be more attack oriented player more than CK Vinith. It will be Ian Hume who will be just guiding the Blasters with more number of goals. If Dimitar Berbatov can keep his fitness till the end of the season, he will also become a creative player, a player who just assists more than scoring goals. He will be more assisting and guiding the team, and Ian Hume will be the key player for Blasters this season, because he knows what ISL is, he knows how to score goals, he has an eye for a goal. And also the young exciting prospect will be Courage Pekusan. So Blasters have a very good squad, they have a very good coach in Rene Melanson, and especially Rene combining with Tangboy Singto, their coaching staffs become very strong and very perfect. So we need to look forward, we need to go through the season, we need to see Blasters on the ground to analyze much more things, to spread our ideas more about the chances of Blasters clinching that trophy for the third time, for the first time in their third attempt, we have to say. So wishing all the success for Kerala Blasters. This is the first analysis that we are doing for a squad through our channel of ISL4. So there will be some flaws, there will be some problems in our analysis. Just express your comments, share the video, subscribe the channel, and let's football.